What it is, Giant Turkey? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Redemption, and I'm back here to help you out again. Now, what did I tell you guys in the first video? First thing you do when you log in is what? That's right, you got it. You go to your speaker, your microphone, and your overall chat, and toggle that crap, because if not, you are going to deal with the worst sounds you have ever heard in your entire life screaming at you the entire time that you play your game, and that is a miserable thing to go through. Now we're going to switch over to proximity chat, bam, so that you know, you won't have to deal with all the extra noises. Now, what are we going to do today? Okay, today's tutorial, we are going to be discussing Feats. Okay, what are Feats? Where are they found? What do they do? And how does it work in your favor? Well, let me explain it to you. Now, first off, before we get on that subject, you want to go to your settings. Okay, now I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly which menu it's under. There you go. You go under your UI menu. Go down to skill point, progress, and ability tray and turn that on, okay? That is the most important thing in this game for you, and you want to keep that on at all times. What that does is let you know how many points you are away from your skill points, okay? Now, what that is this little bar down at the bottom of the screen right below the powers. You see that? You see that bar down there? The one, see that right down there with the little green marks on it? If you notice, there's 10 marks in there. Okay, that's because it costs 100 feat points to get one skill point. Okay, that is why skill points are so important. What do skill points do? Skill points are what you put in your traits, in your powers, and in your skills for your different weapons. Okay, so these are extremely important. This is the most important thing in the game. Okay, now this is where people generally make their mistake. What they do, hold on, let me turn the sound off for a moment so that you can hear me a little better. Bam! Alright, press square, save that. Now, like I was saying, what you want to do is not make the mistake that everybody else does. Okay, everybody makes the mistake of playing their game off of their on-duty menu. Now, although it does give you access to all of your missions and your different level items and, like, you know, it gets you all your combat rating. Your combat rating is nothing if you have this, if you don't have the skill points to back it up. Okay, you're like a fresh baby running around in a suit of armor. You know that's not going to get you anywhere because you know you're still weak and still squishy. Squishy being the term of the day. What is squishy? Squishy means you are softer than medicated cotton. That means that somebody with some high skill points can come up and just smack you down with the hand of Jesus and you will not survive it. Okay, why? Because you only had gear. You did not have the skill points required to build up your character. Now, what you want to do for your skill points is go to your deeds menu. You see that right there, the little trophy looking thing right in the middle of all that stuff on your little start menu, okay? That's your deeds. What your deeds does is lead you to this menu right here. You got your feats, your headlines, your renown, your investigations, player briefs, and your collections, okay? Now, what you want to do is go to your feats. Okay, when you look in your feats, this is what gives you the points to get to your next skill point. If you see at the top of the screen, it says to next skill point 25 out of 100. Okay, that means I still got 75 points to go before I have 130 skill points. Now, unfortunately, it takes a lot more to get that completed at the level that I'm at, so I will not be able to demonstrate that for you. Now, if you see, you know, this brings up lists of different things for you to do. Okay, this gives you different things that you can earn in different missions that you go through. Okay, you can look up. Now, these are easy ones. Style ones are kind of easy. Okay, but they're time consuming because it takes a while to get the gear that you need to get this stuff because you can only pick up certain pieces like once or twice during a week. Okay, so that's the style one. That's going to come along over time. Okay, so don't worry about stuff like that. The iconic styles, these are the styles that you buy in the Watchtower. Okay, these are the ones that you can go around to the different vendors when you get to different levels and buy them up. They're usually bought with marks of triumph. Okay, As you can see, I've pretty much got all of them done except for the T4 sets and the T5 sets. Well, I have the one T5 set done, but the other one I don't have completed because it's required to get through taking all of the gear, all of the highest level gear, which means you only get one drop every time you go through those missions, and at this point you don't always get that. You're not always the first one to get that, okay? Now, if you see, this is one that you want to start working on immediately. Your emergency responder, that is an easy one. That's just doing your daily alerts, okay? That's the 4-man missions. That's just, you know, that's something that you're going to complete over time, okay? That's not something that you're going to complete in one day, all right? So don't worry about that. You know, you've got, let's see, hard stuff. You got your speed feats. Okay, like complete the mission in less than 30 minutes or less. You know, I did that last year in 2012. Okay, like, you know, these are all things that are going to be easy for you to do. Now, the first one that's easy to get is your 500 styles. Okay, you can collect 10 styles, 25, 50. You see all these go up in skill points and how many points they'll give you, you know, per feat. Now, the 1-star is a 10-point feat. The 2-star is 25, and a 3-star feat is 50 points, okay? So two 50 points is a skill point, okay? You see that? Those two right there would be 1 skill point, okay? So I'm gonna give you some easy ones to start off with so that you can figure out how to get your game on a little easier. Okay, first, you wanna go for your styles, okay? So what we're gonna do, this is what you can do, okay? Now, this is something that's going to take you a minute if you're not legendary. But an easy way to do this is to find somebody like me that has a whole ton of sodas and ask them to mail you a bunch of sodas in the mail. And what you do with these sodas is sell them at the vendor so that you can buy up all the styles if you only have a free or premium account. Okay, so what you want to do is come down here to the war room. Okay, you just come down here, drop down. Now if you notice, there's different vendors on the map in the war room, okay? Each one of these vendors, wait for this to pull up really quick, each one of these vendors styles, okay? So if you have legendary, then this will be easy for you to get, okay? Because you'll actually have a little bit more money at your disposal, so you'll be able to buy these up really quick. Okay, but what you could do if you're premium, or if you, well, you have to be premium in order to be able to do it this way, but you know, if you're premium, you can get somebody to send you sodas in the mail, and each stack of sodas will get you about like I want to say about $1,200 to $1,500 depending on what type of soda it is, and then you can buy up these styles. Okay, so if you go through here and you buy up all the styles in these different vendors, then you'll finish your style feat for the amount of styles that you can get really quick, and that's doing that. Okay, so that's one quick way to get some skill points. Another quick way to get some skill points. You see these vendors over here? I don't think this is the right one. I think it's that one over there. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna pull this menu up. Let's just double check and make sure it's the right one. Okay, these are your emblems. Okay, this is still on your style feats. Okay, you gotta buy up these for your styles too. Okay, but this vendor right here, this is what you get your tokens of merit. A lot of skill points from this, actually. I think you get like 2 or 3 of them. Now what you can do is it gives you the option to convert any type of token, any type of currency that you earn in the game into a mark of triumph. Now when you turn it into a mark of triumph, you can come down to not that one. Let's see, it's a little bit further down on the menu. Legend tokens, lore, reality, nope. What you want to do is turn everything into triumph. Why? Because it's about the number of them that you can buy, okay, for the credit. So what you do is turn your stuff into marks of triumph, okay, and from the marks of triumph, you buy the triumph token, okay. This is, see, it even says it specifically on it. It is to add 100 to your tokens of merit feat. Okay, there's like the tokens of merit feat goes up to I think 25,000 or 30,000. Okay, but I want to say 2 or 3, maybe even 4 skill points out of the whole deal. Okay, so that's some easy skill points right there. Okay, so remember this vendor. That's where you get the skill points for tokens of merit. And the other vendors are where you get the skill points for tokens of, for style feats. Now, where's that one that's got all the legendary characters? Okay, if you notice, I've already gotten all of them. Every single last one of them. This is where you get your token for buying up legendary characters. Okay, that's where you get all those from. And you need these characters in order to get feats done in the PvP Legends area, because you can kill other characters with them. So the War Room in the Watchtower is a great place to get feats done really quick. Okay, so you're going to do that. Now, another easy one that you can do, I've already completed it, so I can't really go around doing it anymore. It won't be an option for me anymore. But what you want to do is, when you start the game off, these are things that you can do in the very beginning that will jump your levels up really quick, so that you're able to start your game off with higher skill points than the average person that is beginning to play the game. Okay, so you've got your styles, you got your tokens, you got your legends. You can start playing your legends missions, and you can just fly through that. Okay, you can do that without doing any other missions whatsoever, and you can just get, you can get a bunch of skill points out of that with no problem. Okay, let's see, where is that thing at? Where's he at? Where's that machine? Okay, around here somewhere. See, it doesn't show up on my map anymore because I've already completed all of them. But there's a booster gold machine in each of the police stations. You just gotta figure out where it is in this one so I can show you exactly what it looks like. Let's see, but the problem is it's not going to show up for me anymore because I've already completed all the booster gold feats. No, that's the Flash. That's just different missions. Okay, well, what you're gonna do when you come in, here it is, this machine right here. You see this? Now, for me, it doesn't show up anymore because I've already done it. Okay, but if you do your booster gold missions, that's about 2 or 3 skill points that you can get out of doing those, because these skill points tie into your exploration skill points. Like if you do your booster golds, it pretty much shows you all the way around whatever city it is. There's like 4 or 5 missions in each police station that show you the different areas around it, so that you can get your exploration feat done, which is another really quick, easy way to get your skill points up without having to go into the missions. And if you do things like this before you go into the missions, what it does is makes it so that by the time you actually start doing your level 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 missions, you've already got so many skill points that you can basically just power through it like a beast. Okay, now the other really quick skill point thing that you can do, let me get to it really quick, you can start them off right outside the police stations, is the races. Okay, because the races, there's another 2 or 3 skill points in the races. Now, if you keep this in mind, while you're doing this, if you do these skill points, this will jump you up to about, if you do everything that I just told you about, that'll put you around level 18 or 19 before you even start doing your missions. Okay, so before you even get into, see, I've already completed the races. I still have the option to take them, but what's the point? I've already done them. I've already got all my skill points and stuff. Like, once you get this stuff done, you never have to deal with it again. That's the best part about it. Okay. Now the races, there's ones outside of the police stations, and then there's ones all throughout the DC universe. Okay. So if you get your races done immediately, that's another 2 or 3 skill points that you can gain. And basically what that does is ensures that by the time basically the people that are at the same level as you are not going to be at the same level as you. You're going to be a beast compared to them, and it'll make your gameplay so much easier for you that it's ridiculous, and it's a shame that nobody explained it to you ahead of time. Like, you will thank me for this once you get it done. Now, once you get done with your races, you should be at a level to the point to where you can get your bounty missions. Okay, this is how you get quick leveling from 0 to 30 in like a day time period to a 2-day time period, depending on how much time you actually have to do all this stuff, okay? Because the races takes you about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to do all of the races, okay? To do all of them in Gotham and Metropolis. So, you know, that's really quick and easy compared to what usual stuff is. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I wanted to show you well, I can't pick it up now because I've got another one that's active at the moment. But there's bounty missions outside of each police station. Okay, you want to start picking those up as soon as you possibly can, because you're required to do a lot of them like way down the line. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, once you get all those races done, you know, come in here and find you. Let me talk to this officer really quick because I got to turn in some bounties that I had already. But you know, you turn in bounties. Now, this is what you want to look for in the police stations after you get your races completed. You come and find all these bounty posters. Okay, now it's not showing up for me right now because, well, I've already completed mine for the day for this police station. You just saw me turn them in. Okay, now the bounties, you need these because this is what boosts your renown with the, see, if you notice, it says that my renown with Star Labs has changed by 40. Now, renown is something that you also get skill points for. Okay, so the more renown that you get, the quicker you get skill points that way too. Now, since I already turned them in, I won't be able to pick this up today, but you will be able to find it and pick them up in each police station throughout Gotham and Metropolis. So if you do all those missions that I just explained to you earlier, plus you throw in those bounties at the end of it, by the time you get done with your bounties, you should be around level 23 or 24, and that'll be a quick 1 or 2 day leveling for you that will get you way ahead of the game compared to everybody that doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, that's like a really quick tactic on how to get your character blown up really quick. Now, the style feat, that's not one you're going to be able to complete right off the bat because that requires you to have money that you don't have. Okay, so that's something that you can work on while you're doing, you know, your other feats, while you're doing your daily missions and things like that. That one's going to take a little bit of time. But what you can do first is the booster golds, the explorations, the races, and then from that you can go to the PvP, because by the time you get done with your races and the booster golds and everything, that should put you about level 10 or 12, which unlocks your Legends PvP for you. And you can go into the Legends PvP and you can go in there and get you about 5 or 6 skill points, which will jump you up to about level 18 or something like that. So, you know, if you do that stuff and do the exploration, that'll jump your levels up really quick. Another way to get your levels done is you go to, collections. Do your briefings. You know, do the briefings and investigations. Yeah, there's some for Gotham and Metropolis of each one, and then there's also ones for the alerts and the raids and things like that. Okay, if you do your briefings and investigations, if you look on basically just type in map of Metropolis briefings and it'll give you a listing of all of them. That's also something that ties into the exploration. Like while you're looking for those, you'll find that you'll unlock things like if you fly to Gotham and you go to the top of the, I forget which police station it is, but go to the roof of one of the police stations, the bat signal's up there, you'll get a feat just for finding the bat signal. If you fly through Metropolis and you find Lex Towers, if you go to the top of Lex Towers, that's the highest point, that's the highest point in the city, or in the game I should say, and you'll get a feat just for landing at the top of that building. You know, these are quick, easy, simple things that you can do to build your character up really quick without having to actually go into these missions and get whooped. Okay, like this will make it so that your game is basically a cakewalk as long as you stick to these simple guidelines. 1, rethink the way you play your game. Do not do what everybody else is doing and focus on the missions that are in, you know, your, don't focus on the missions that are on your on-duty menu. Okay, what you want to do is focus on your deeds. Each one tells you You know, that, like, here, let's see, let's go down to duos. You can do duos a lot. You can do duos. Actually, go to the solos, because you'll get a lot of solos before you'll get anything. Okay? Like, you know, contacts, you can, you know, these are simple things that you can do on your own in these missions. Once you've completed the first feats that I just told you to get, all the races and all of the exploration and everything like that, it'll make you strong enough that you can go in and do your solo mission stuff and survive it. You know, like beating the mission without taking a soda and doing all the extra little side missions and things like that, okay? So if you get that stuff done, you'll be good to go for those missions, and it'll make it so that your game's a lot easier and less frustrating. Otherwise, you're going to find that you're just getting really pissed off at the game to the point where you want to throw the controller through the TV because you keep trying to get these missions done, but you know, people keep beating you up and stuff and you can't explain it. Well, now you know why. So, you know, once you get those things complete, you'll find that you've got a whole different game, and it'll be a whole easier way for you to play. So, you know, keep checking in with me. This is Redemption. I'm signing out. You're welcome, and enjoy your feats. Have a good one, people. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of good stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, Louis DeVito.